What's up, Rivalers, and welcome back to another Marvel Rivals Guides video. Today we're going to be showing you guys some high-level Star-Lord gameplay. This is by far one of my favorite characters, probably my favorite character. He is an incredibly versatile DPS with amazing mobility, verticality, playmaking, dual potential, and more. So we're going to be doing this as a little bit of a commentary and showing you guys some stuff that I've learned so far. And because I probably put in about 6 or 7 hours in on this character, and he's starting to feel very, very natural to me. It's starting to feel like I know the fights that I can take, the angles that I should be looking for. So one thing that you guys are going to be noticing in this video is that I am always prioritizing high ground, which is just like a good fundamental in a hero shooter, always. So notice I kind of realized very early on in that duel that Iron Man had an advantage, and I probably wasn't going to beat him from the ground. So just use my F ability, or sorry, my shift ability to wrap back up and reclaim high ground. And you don't have to let that channel the entire time. You can cancel it and your E ability out prematurely, which is very, very useful. It gives this character a very snappy, responsive feel. He's got the low ammo clip count. As you can see, I can go very aggressively, kill their healer, and then play back to the point. That's the beautiful thing about Star-Lord, is that you can aggress, and then as long as you're not overusing your dashes to get in, you can get the kill, confirm the kill, and then get out. Right there, I'm just kind of shooting the ground to see if I can do something interesting with the destruction system. But yeah, in a lot of games, I'm finding myself not even dying as Star-Lord. And then some games I die, you know, maybe once or twice, just because the enemy team used 2 or 3 ults on me, which is a fine death to take, right? But yeah, so that's going to be a kind of continuous theme on this character, is that I am choosing the fights, right? Got a nice little flank on the Punisher here. I'm kind of staying at medium range. I'm not getting up really close as if I'm a melee character, because Star-Lord has some nice hit scan on his basic attack. And it's longer range than you think it is. Like, this is not like, you know, a melee or short range only character. You guys will notice some, especially if you're getting crits off of headshots, you can take people out from some pretty decent ranges. So it's more of like a mid-ground, mid-range character. And I noticed that my team is kind of playing away from the point. This is a capture point map, which means we do not have to play into them. They have to play into us since we have control of the point. So I'm kind of just like establishing a couple areas that I play around. That's another nice combo. If you notice, I try to always empty my clip before comboing into my E ability, which is that cool little like spin around move that he does. On most squishies, a full clip in their upper body, maybe landing a few headshots into an E is a one tap. Just really, really nice. So you don't even need to use your dashes a lot of the time. I see Spider-Man's pushing the point. I might have kind of pulled the trigger a little bit too early on this ulti, but I'm getting value out of it. So notice the targeting priorities that I'm doing. So as a hit scan, your priorities should always be getting the healers down first, and then flying characters, and then tanks if you have to. You should very rarely be putting shots into tanks unless that's your only target.
It's okay.
And notice in that 1v1, I'm going to go ahead and play that again. That 1v1 against the Star-Lord, which was, I'll be honest, this was a little limit testy. The enemy Star-Lord ults, and I think, you know what, I'm better. I can take him on 1v1 anyways. But I'm very quickly playing around cover and just peeking only my head out, only revealing as much of my, my hitboxes that I need to.
I am ready to put on a show.
Yeah, this is pretty much just cleanup. I know they're lacking their Star-Lord here, so this should just be like a one-team fight. I'm not even focusing their champions. I'm just getting that rocket ultimate out of there. It's another really nice thing about Star-Lord's mobility, is you'll see in our next game, you can go after the rocket, his ultimate and his healing, his revive beacon very, very easily. So look at that. I know as the hit scan, I should be prioritizing Iron Man. I realize I'm not super effective at this range, and I don't have a healer on me, so I play for the health pack. And then once again, reclaiming that high ground. You guys are going to see that as a very, very frequent recurring theme on Star-Lord. Want to play for the high ground, because look how much of an advantage this guy. This guy doesn't even know where I'm coming from. I'm just getting free shots on him. Another really good way to use the E is this game has a lot of mobility, a lot of verticality to it. So sometimes you enter a room like that, And due to the third-person camera system, you kind of just lose track of people. And the nice thing about the E is that it clears the room, right? It's auto aim and it's AoE. So with champions like Magic who dash on you and then end up behind you, the E will still be dealing consistent damage, even if you've lost track of them. Really, really nice. Here's another nice ulti. Notice I'm targeting Rocket. He's the healer. So that's the prioritization, guys. Healers, then flyers, then ground DPS, then tanks. That's who you should be targeting. And I know we got a lot of kills on them, so Spider-Man could never turn and fight there. So I just run him down. And it's a really easy cleanup. And look at that, guys. Literal deathless gameplay from Star-Lord. We're going to go ahead and play the next match. And I'm going to show you guys what the Star-Lord skin looks like. But I am just having an absolute blast playing this character. So let me know down in the comments who you guys want to see me play as next. Star-Lord is by far my favorite, but I'm also really, really liking Rocket Raccoon and Iron Man and so many. This game is amazing, guys. But let's get into the second game. We've got the Master of the Sun skin. And right away, I realized these guys are pushed up way too far. So we start getting some free damage on them, force them back into their point. And then I realized that we've got a magic on us. And Star-Lord isn't necessarily the best peeler. Like, there's much better characters for, like, doing defensive kills like this, where it's like someone is in our back line, but no one else is doing it, so I went for it. Just can't really find her. She's just kind of like wasting my time at this point. So I realized that my time invested is not worth it, and I go back to pushing the point. Playing with my team a little bit here. And then Magic once again, pushing. She shouldn't. We get her low, aren't able to kill confirm. But look, I'm doing decent damage even from this range, so it's not like you have to be Tracer right up on these characters as Star-Lord. It's so cool. And then there it is, that high ground. I'm prioritizing Luna Snow. Should always prioritize Luna Snow.
I am ready to put on a show.
I see that she ults, which basically turns her invincible, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just kind of looking for other targets. Spider-Man is pressing me. And notice, as I mentioned earlier, I lost track of him, just being honest. My tracking isn't completely perfect yet. It's getting good, but it's not perfect. So if you lose track of a character, just press E. It's a nice little finisher. You should not be using it as an opener. I've seen a lot of Star-Lords jump into the middle of a team and E them, like a Reaper ult. That's not how you use it. So pop my ulti, prioritize the Luna Snow. Lost track of the Spider-Man. Guess what? Use the E to get him. And now I hear the enemy Star-Lord ulting. And I think, you know what? I got lucky last time I did this. I'm not going to challenge him. I'm just going to hide. There's a lot of verbal cues, audio cues that go off. Things like Scarlet Witch ulting that you should just hide. There's just a lot of them that you can't compete with on realistically, so just hide.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
And this was just a good Spider-Man ult. He got us in a enclosed area. Got a 2-man ulti. I think that might be my only death this game. I'm not sure. But yeah, this character, he can be very squishy, so you just have to be very decisive with the fights that you take. But as I mentioned, you get to choose the fights, always. If a fight is not going well, you have 3 dashes to get out of it. I got frozen here. That's a Luna Snow ability. I take a brief look at this screen just because Karn's design is really cool. Back to the battle. Now we see Scarlet Witch. She's getting pressed by Iron Man, so I figure, you know, this is a 2v1 scenario. I probably shouldn't have opened with E there. I could have done some more damage with my clip, which should always be my priority.
I am ready to put on a show.
Regaining that high ground, guys. Regaining that high ground.
Keep going.
Also, when you find yourself in 1v1s, something important to know about this character is that when you do your right click dodge, it does a fast reload. So it kind of doubles as a dash, dodge, survival mechanic, reposition, and reloads your clip, so you're not just wasting time. Alright, pop in the ult. Quickly dash over the bridge so that I'm not wasting my ult. Find the Spider-Man, find the Magneto, We find the Scarlet Witch. And then both Star-Lords are using their E, which looked like something out of Dragon Ball Z. That was awesome.
Good deed for the day.
So yeah, now we are in a really good spot. And coming up, this is an interesting choke point that happens because I think this is going to be a very common beginner mistake is where people funnel into areas where not only they shouldn't be,
Keep up the momentum.
but they don't have to be. So watch what my team does in this area. We see Punisher set up his turret, get another 1v1 on him. So I see that Punisher. I can't outgun that, so I'm not going to try to, right? Because I get to choose the fights that I take as Star-Lord. My team doesn't, you know, they feel differently about it. I try to back them up a little bit, but then I'm just like, you know what? This is a push the cart map. Let's just play on the cart.
Stopping by new holocoms. We gotta keep moving.
And sometimes, guys, your team will just play team deathmatch. But know that this game is not a team deathmatch game. It does not matter if we kill Punisher there. What matters is that we're pushing this cart.
Reach the shrine of the Weaver.
So Magneto isn't a great target for me. I waste my E here. It gets totally absorbed by a shield. Very rarely do I want to actually be hitting Magneto. Remember, healers, flyers, ground DPS, then tanks. Got a nice flank here. I find the Luna Snow, and guess what? I get solo killed by her. That was just really well played by Luna Snow. I think that was a fundamentally good flank. She just played it really, really well. So props to that Luna Snow. Sitting at 15 and 2, doing really good. I'm not finding any angles here, so I think, you know what? I'm not going to hit him head on. I'm going to find this flank right here. And then notice I cancel that E. As soon as I realize Scarlet Witch is out of range, I just cancel the E. You can cancel your E and your shift ability, which I have bound to F. Not a winning fight with Punisher, so I do trade a couple bullets, but not committing anything. And then I'm going for the airborne ulti.
I am ready to put on a show.
Now this is something rare because it's usually really hard to kill an enemy Luna Snow when she's ulting, but apparently our team has had really, really good focus because she went down during her ult, which is so rare. And I got that finisher, back to the cart. Remember, into your clip, into your E. Into your clip, into your E. Most squishies are going to go down there. Alright, once again, I get to choose the fights. And I'm not taking that fight, he just ulted. So I'm running. I play around that corner just in case he starts shooting at my teammates, then I can pop out in free fire, but I'm not going to sit there and try to 1v1 him. Be too risky for me to dive the Luna Snow there, so once again I'm just kind of, not really sure. Did I just die to Magneto there? Yeah, so maybe I should have just played. Notice I'm playing a lot to the health packs as well. Now that I've got like, what, 12 hours into this game, I'm starting to learn where the health packs are, which as squishy characters with, such as Star-Lord, very, very important. Because you can just take a trade that isn't necessarily good, like trade 3/4 of your health bar for half of theirs, and then you step on the health bar and you're totally full HP again. Alright, so we are at one, we basically need one last push. So I see that Scarlet Witch going off, so I'm just hiding around cover. I know that we can pretty much end the game on one last ult push, so that's what I'm doing right now. It's just called farming your ultimate, where I'm just trying to get some free shots on people and get that 85% up to 100%. Looking for angles, getting a little bit of high ground if I can. I see that Punisher. I'm not going to sit there and trade with him, right? So I'm only going to shoot him if he's not shooting at me. You see Punisher is down there, so I know that we can push. I'm about to get my ultimate as well. I'm not going to use it, though. I'm not going to use it because all 4 of them are dead. That would be overusing our ult economy here. By the way, I am adoring this game. This game is seriously, like... I have never been as immersed or interested in a game as this one in a long, long time. So notice I let that Spider-Man just kind of like flank us, and I hear he's ulted my team. So what I'm going to do is, instead of letting their team follow up on the offensive Spider-Man ult, I'm just going to gun all of them down. And I kill every single one of them. Scarlet Witch steals my pentakill, but that was a game-winning Star-Lord ult. And I wanted to show you guys some higher level Star-Lord gameplay to hopefully inspire you guys to go out and play this character because he's really, really fun. I'm planning on making some commentary games or commentary videos such as this in addition to some very, very tightly edited guides, which I have in the pipeline. So that is a 26-3 Star-Lord game. And guys, let me know down in the comments who you want to see me do a video like this on next. Again, tightly edited, scripted guides are coming down the pipeline. I want to give myself a week or so of playing the game and just getting to know it before I try to speak as a point of authority, because you guys deserve to know that what I'm saying is real and what I'm saying is informed. So that's it for this one, Rivalers, and I'll see you guys in the next one.